In 1976, Soviet weightlifter David Rigert walked onto Olympic platform, weighed 75 kilograms, looked like a regular person in t-shirt, maybe played recreational basketball on weekends. Then he cleaned and jerked 182.5 kilograms, more than twice his body weight, while looking like he worked in office. Western bodybuilders at same competition had bigger arms, bigger chest, more impressive physique, but could not move weights that David moved. This confused Western coaches. They believed strength required size. More muscle equals more strength. Simple physics. Soviet sports scientists understood different truth. Strength is skill. Nervous system can be trained to generate enormous force without building massive muscles. Today, comrade, I am sharing Soviet method for building strength without adding size. Same principles that beat athletes who looked average but lifted extraordinary weights. Let us begin. First, you must understand why Soviet approach was different from Western bodybuilding philosophy. Soviet athletes competed in weight-restricted sports. Weightlifters had weight classes, wrestlers had weight classes, boxers had weight classes. Adding muscle mass meant moving to heavier weight class where opponents were naturally larger and stronger. Better strategy was maximizing strength within current weight class. Western bodybuilding had no weight classes. Bigger was always better. More muscle meant better physique, better stage presence, better career. Different goals created completely different training methods. Soviet sports scientists also understood that muscle tissue is metabolically expensive. Each kilogram of muscle requires energy to maintain, energy that could be used for performance. Gymnasts needed maximum strength to weight ratio. Extra muscle was dead weight that made skills harder. Wrestlers needed strength without mass that slowed movement. Solution was obvious. Train nervous system to generate more force from existing muscle, efficiency over size. My babushka never trained for size. She is same weight at 84 as she was at 24, but her strength for carrying judgments has only increased. Very efficient system. Here is truth that Western fitness industry does not want you to understand. Your muscles are already strong enough. Your nervous system just does not know how to use them properly. When you attempt to lift weight, brain sends signal to muscles, but it does not activate all muscle fibers. It activates percentage based on how much force it thinks is needed. Untrained person lifting maximum weight might recruit 60 to 70% of available muscle fibers. Nervous system holds back, protecting body from injury. Soviet training taught nervous system to recruit 90 to 95%. This is where strength comes from. Not from building new muscle, from using existing muscle more completely. But recruitment is only half of the equation. Second factor is rate coding, how fast nervous system fires signals to muscles. Slow firing produces slow, weak contraction. Rapid firing produces explosive, powerful contraction. Same muscle fibers, different output. Soviet method trained both recruitment and rate coding. Result was dramatic strength increase with minimal size increase. Think of muscle like car engine. Western approach is building bigger engine, more cylinders, more displacement. Expensive, takes long time, requires more fuel. Soviet approach is tuning existing engine. Better timing, better fuel injection, better ignition. Same engine, much more power, faster, more efficient. Western bodybuilder adds 10 kilograms of muscle to increase bench press by 20 kilograms. Soviet athlete increases bench press by 20 kilograms while gaining 1 kilogram of muscle. Which is better investment? Now I explain exact training method that builds strength without size. Muscle growth requires moderate reps with moderate rest. 8 to 12 reps, 60 to 90 seconds rest. This creates metabolic stress and muscle damage that triggers hypertrophy. Soviet protocol avoids this completely. 1 to 3 reps maximum. 3 to 5 minutes rest between sets. 1 to 3 reps does not create enough metabolic stress for muscle growth. Full recovery between sets prevents accumulation of fatigue, but neural adaptation continues improving. Western bodybuilder does 3 sets of 10 reps. Muscles burn, pump is achieved, growth occurs. Soviet athlete does 10 sets of 2 reps. Muscles never burn, no pump achieved. Strength increases without growth. But low reps alone are not enough. Weight must be heavy. 85 to 95% of maximum. This level of intensity is required for maximum motor unit recruitment. Light weights with low reps just teaches nervous system to be lazy. Heavy weights with low reps teaches nervous system. This is serious. We need every fiber available. Western advice says train muscle once per week with high volume to allow recovery. This is advice for muscle building, not strength building. Soviet protocol trained same movements 5 to 6 days per week, sometimes twice daily. But because each session was low volume, many sets, but only 1 to 3 reps each, recovery demands were low. Nervous system adapts through frequent practice, not through destruction and recovery. You are teaching skill, not breaking down tissue. Example Soviet strength protocol. Monday squat, 10 sets of 2 reps at 87%. Tuesday squat, 8 sets of 3 reps at 82%. Wednesday squat, 10 sets of 2 reps at 87%. Thursday squat 8 sets of 3 reps at 82%. Friday squat 10 sets of 2 reps at 87%. Saturday squat 6 sets of 2 reps at 90%. Sunday rest. Total weekly volume 116 reps, but each rep is high quality. Maximum neural adaptation, minimal muscle damage. Training is only half of the equation. Soviet approach to nutrition was also different from Western bodybuilding. Muscle growth requires surplus calories. Body needs extra energy to build new tissue. Western bodybuilders eat 5,000 calories per day. Soviet athletes ate maintenance calories, sometimes slight deficit during training camp. This prevented unwanted muscle gain while supporting performance. Protein requirements were modest, 1.5 to 2 grams per kilogram body weight. Enough for repair and adaptation, not enough for significant growth. Carbohydrates were concentrated around training. High carbs before and after heavy sessions supported performance and recovery. Rest of day, lower carbohydrate intake. This kept glycogen stores full for training, but prevented excess calories from converting to muscle tissue. Soviet athletes maintained same body weight year-round while strength steadily increased. No bulk and cut cycles, no getting fat during off-season, consistent weight, improving performance. Western bodybuilder gained 10 kilograms during bulk phase, lost 5 kilograms during cut. Net gain of 5 kilograms muscle after 6 months. Soviet athlete gained 1 kilogram muscle, increased strength by same amount, spent no time being fat. Efficiency, comrade, always efficiency. Now I give you implementation for a person who does not train 8 hours per day with team of scientists. Choose 3 to 5 compound movements, lower body, squat or deadlift variation, upper push, overhead press or bench press, upper pull, pull up or row variation. These movements train entire body. No need for isolation exercises when building strength without size. Train each movement 3 to 4 times per week, not same day. Rotate throughout week. Example 4-day rotation. Day 1, squat heavy, press moderate, pull up light. Day 2, deadlift light, press heavy, row moderate. Day 3, squat moderate, press light, pull up heavy. Day 4, deadlift moderate, press moderate, row light. Rotate intensity daily. This allows frequent practice without overtraining. Heavy day, 8 to 10 sets of 2 reps at 87 to 90%. Moderate day, 6 to 8 sets of 3 reps at 80 to 85%. Light day, 5 to 6 sets of 3 reps at 75 to 80%. Rest 3 to 5 minutes between sets. Full recovery, no rushing. Add weight when all sets completed with perfect form. Not every week, maybe every 2 to 3 weeks. Soviet method progresses slowly but continuously. Western method adds weight too fast, stalls quickly, goes backward. Eat at maintenance or slight deficit. Track body weight weekly. If weight increases, reduce calories slightly. Goal is same weight, increase strength. Protein 1.5 to 2 grams per kilogram. Carbohydrates around training. Comrade, you now understand how Soviet athletes built strength that made them look like they were using magic, while maintaining body weight that made them look like regular people. Neural efficiency, low reps, high intensity, high frequency, maintenance calories. Not complicated, but requires discipline. David Rigert looked 75 kilograms, lifted like he weighed 120 kilograms. This is Soviet method. Western bodybuilder wants to look strong. Soviet athlete wants to be strong. Different priorities, different methods, different results. Subscribe for more declassified Soviet training methods. Next week, I reveal Soviet approach to building speed without losing strength. Until then, train hard, train smart, train Soviet. My babushka has maintained same body weight for 60 years while becoming mysteriously stronger. Her secret is not training. It's accumulation of spite and judgment that increases force output without adding mass. Science cannot explain this, but the results speak for themselves.